There are so many physical therapy schools out there and even PTA schools out there. How do you choose the best one? Find out how in this video. I'm turning dreams into reality. What's going on, guys? It's Casey Coleman, physical therapist and the co-founder of Pre-PT Grind, and we help thousands of students get into PT and PTA school without wasting time, money, stress, anxiety, and everything in between. If that's what you're looking for, hit the subscribe, like, comments, and everything in between so we can find you better on YouTube. So we're talking about on this video how to choose the best physical therapy school for you. What matters, what doesn't matter, what do I like to look for, and what am I suggesting you to look for to choose the best physical therapy school for you. So 4 big things I want to get across, but before we do that, I want you to go to physicaltherapyschoolratings.com. The link will be here below, and check them out and see all their different categories on how they rank and rate schools, because what I say might not be important for you when choosing a school. So go to physicaltherapyschoolratings.com, link will be here, and see all the categories from price, curriculum, alumni, all that stuff, and PTE pass rate and everything in between to find out how your school or schools you're interested in are ranked according to them. All right, so these are the big 4 things I look for when choosing a physical therapy school or recommending physical therapy schools to you guys. Number 1 is cost. If you don't have a specific reason to go to a specific school, please go to the lowest cost school that you like. You will thank yourself so much in 2, 3, 5, 7, 10 years for going to a lower cost physical therapy school. And no, the rankings according to US News Report and so on and so forth do not really have any bearing on what type of job or setting or specialty you can get into. Just because you went to a top ranked school based on physicaltherapyschoolratings.com or US News Report doesn't mean that you'll get paid $15,000, $30,000 more. It's not based on school rankings or ratings. It's based on you as the person, as the physical therapist. So you can get $30,000 more as a physical therapist from you if you went to the 250th school on some list or the number 1 school. The school doesn't matter to your jobs and you getting a successful job and having a successful career. All right, so that's number 1. Number 2 is location, because location plays into the price. If you go to a school out in San Francisco versus a school in Arkansas, the cost of living is going to be very different, and that will factor into your overall cost in debt that you might take on. All right, number 3 is when you can take your NPTE, and the NPTE is the National Physical Therapist Examination. So when you can take that has a huge effect on when you can start working, and when you can start working means when you can start making money. So the NPTE at the time of this video is given 4 times a year, once per quarter, and let's just say you graduate in May, the NPTE is given at the end of April. If you graduate in May but can't take it a week or 2 earlier in April, you might be very disappointed by the time you graduate. Probably not now, you probably don't care about it now, but by the time you graduate saying, I have to wait until July or August to get my license, then September to start working. So from May to September, I'm not working, or I can't work and use my physical therapy degree and license to make a physical therapist salary. You might be a little upset, as opposed to if your school allows you to take it a week or 2 before graduation, you can start working right then and there once you get your license, pass your boards, and that's processed. So you can be working 3 to 4 months earlier, depending on where you get to school, where you go to school, and that will have a big effect on how you feel about where you went to school, because it plays a big role when that time comes. And then lastly, we have, of course, your NPTE. We talked about that. We talked about cost and location. And lastly, we're going to talk about clinical rotations, because that has a big effect on how you feel about the school as well when that time comes. You need to know whether or not you are locked into 20 options for where you can do your clinical rotations, or if you have free range and you can go wherever you want in the world or in the country, or you found a physical therapist in a specialty setting that you like, or on a sports team, or working with athletes that you like, and you're like, I want to learn from them on my clinical rotations for 10 weeks. Can I do that school? They might say yes, just, we need to fill out this paperwork and this legal stuff. We need to talk to them. Great, let's set it up. Perfect. You might be very happy with that, as opposed to another school saying, nope, you can't do nothing else, as opposed to this list that we give you, and you're locked into that list, and you have to go to Idaho or Florida or wherever and you don't want to go there, or you have to stay here and you can't go back home to save money during 10 to 24 weeks at 2 clinicals with where you live, you might be very upset. So those are the big 4, and why those are the big 4 I like to look at and recommend for you to look at when choosing a physical therapy school: cost, location, when you can take the board exam, and your clinical rotation. So I hope that helps. Like, subscribe, hit the link below, all that stuff. We are Pre-PT Grind. We help thousands of students get into PT and PTA school without wasting time or money. So welcome, and we'll see you on the next video.